Hi guys, so in today's video I'm going to be discussing a few tips for divided beta tank users. So if you're having some issues with your current divided beta tank, or if you plan on setting up one in the future, hopefully these will be able to help you out. The tank I will be featuring in the video is 5.5 gallons and has a divider from Life with Pets with a Tetra heater and a Tetra filter. There's only one beta in this tank currently, and that is tank. So first off, I just want to say that if you do decide to set up a divided beta tank, it has to be at least 5.5 gallons, so your beta can have a little bit over 2.5 gallons on each side. Obviously, you can see here that this Placat male beta does have a good amount of space on his divided side, and the divider is right in the middle, so he gets, like I said, around 2.7 gallons. A little bit over 2.5, which is the recommended size for beta fish, so if you do decide to set up a tank with a divider, it needs to be at least 5.5 gallons. The next thing is you need to make sure your divider is a very sturdy material, because betas can easily push something over. They can get around a small gap, and they can even jump over the divider if they see a male through it. It's kind of a hit or miss sometimes because betas are all very different, and some do better than others with dividers. For example, this guy doesn't like seeing betas through the divider, so he has to be in the tank with the thick divider because he gets nervous and bites his fins, where my other beta, Diablo, doesn't do that. So like I said, it's a hit or miss. I recommend dividers from Life with Pets. They are very strong and sturdy, and they also have holes drilled through them so the water filtration can get through to both sides. It's kind of hard to say what kind of divider is going to be best for you, because mesh dividers, they work. They're not super sturdy, and sometimes they don't fit the tanks perfectly and betas can get around them. So be careful of that, but you can also make a mesh divider by yourself if you aren't willing to spend a whole bunch of money on this. But you can't completely get around buying an expensive divider because, like I said, it doesn't always work with mesh ones. This is what a mesh divider looks like. It is just a piece of craft mesh you can get from a craft store. And then there is a piece of reports folder dividers, I believe they're called. You can get them at Staples in packs of 10 usually. And you just take them off the divider and slip them onto the mesh and size it to your tank. They're definitely very affordable, but they're not always the most efficient because, like I said, betas can get around them, and some betas are more sensitive to seeing another fish through the divider, like this guy. Last but not least, this is a very important thing. You need to make sure there's water movement on both sides. That means that there is water being filtered on both sides, unless you want to have two different small filters, which you can. It's a little bit more expensive, but if you're willing to do that, that is definitely ideal. You can have two small corner sponge filters, but if you don't want to do that, you can have a canister filter like you see here, and an air pump like you see there, and that kind of makes water move all throughout the tank, which is good for the betas because that means both sides of the tank is getting filtered. And if you have any questions on dividers or any of the betas I showed in the video, please feel free to leave your comments and questions below. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye guys!